Hello, beautiful people. Are you ready for a WIP and Chat? WIP stands for Work in Progress, and Chat, well, this is the way that I can tell you something more about my life, my household, my children, and everything that's going on. And I've got some exciting news. But yeah, take out some craft or do a household chore, clean your toilet for all I know. I don't care. Just please do something while listening. Because to be honest, most people listen to WIP and Chat. Sometimes I watch because I like to see it. But anyways, I'm digressing, and I was telling myself that I would get straight to the point, which I'm not. I'm gonna put my sofa a little closer. Sorry about that. I'm working on this precious tiny diamond painting. It's a 20 by 20 and it's by the company Riolis. I got it from a bookstore somewhere because I don't think this company sends directly to Belgium. But they've got some beautiful tiny diamond paintings. So if ever you want a small project, go to the website of Riolis. I think it's a Russian company, but we can give some love to Russians too. Because they're Russians that are opposed to war, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. So, this is one of two beautiful little cats on a fence somewhere, and it looks like they might be fighting, but I don't think they're fighting. What was I going to say? Yeah, the reason that I'm working on this one is actually because I couldn't get the angle right for my other diamond painting that is my main project for now. That's The Mermaid by John William Waterhouse, which I started for Mermaids and Magic. I'm doubting by now that I will get her finished in time by the end of the event, I think, but I don't mind. I'm not in the event for the prizes or anything. I'm in it to just give some support and love, and to know that I'm able to work on something while other people are working on something similar as well. So, am I? I've got my birdies here at the side. Sometimes you will hear them fight. Yeah, I know. The problem is that Tommy is already... He's ready for a second round, and she's not. Because the young hasn't left the nest yet. So she's like, nah, yo, stay off me. I don't want to know. I don't care. Because the young has to leave the nest. And I'm so happy that that little tiny bird is starting to look more like a canary, because... a young, freshly born bird, it's cute and everything, but you can't really say that it's a beautiful sight. I'm just honest here. I love newborn chicks, but they look really weird. They look, yeah. So it was like very bald, and the eyes weren't open yet, and it was like... There was no head, only these two large black balls and a spout, a beak that was too big. It's really weird. But now it looks more like a canary. It has grown. I think it has already tripled its size, so that's awesome. But yeah, they're fighting, and I went to the pet store because I asked the manager over there, like, my birds are fighting a lot. Do I have to, yeah, keep them apart? And he said, no, don't do that, because the males help with feeding. And I said, okay, then, I trust your knowledge. So I'm keeping them together. And it's a whole mess. So sometimes when they fight, I try to whistle or do something to distract them so that they stop fighting. Or I just make up like this little wordplay where yeah, sorry, I know, I'm... So, I've got some news, guys. I'm so excited. Yesterday I was walking around like I could just explode from happiness. I was so over the moon. I still am, but today these butterflies have settled down a little bit because I cannot live every day like that. It's so exhausting to be like all hyper and because you're happy about something and then I'm like, look at me being all happy and there's all this stuff going on in the world and then I feel guilty, but I shouldn't feel guilty, and you know, it's a whole mess. Oh, yeah, I know. I've been avoiding the news because it's too much. It's too much, and there's so much going on, and it's not good for my anxiety because I've got a generalized anxiety disorder for which I'm medicated. But every time a plane flies over too loud, I'm like, ah! Yeah. And I'm trying to find ways to contribute a little bit. I'm actually looking for a sort of volunteer job right now, but I thought there would be many more. But I'm going to check the site of the Red Cross. It's so difficult to see. I should use the light pad, but apparently some of you people don't like it when I use a light pad, so I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit and hope that I don't put the wrong color. But, so my news. Your girl is going back to school, yeah! So, last week it was a holiday week for my children, and while I was surfing online to see if I could find a job, I said to myself, actually, I always dreamt of finishing high school because I went to high school. I don't know if I talked about it already, but I went to high school where I studied social work, and I had to stop it in my third year because I was paying for the studies all by myself. I had no parents to back me up financially or mentally or any need. So for the first 2 years I was always after my first exams I would always it's not graduate, it is pass. I would pass everything, no troubles there. I always while I was working I always would spend my free time that I could take off work, I would spend to study for my exams, and that's the way I would do it. So actually I never had really free time. And but in the third year it was a very difficult year, and then I moved from I lived in the street of my school, guys, and I made a mistake to move from there before the year ended, and I moved to Ghent, which is far away. So I tried to do everything I could for my studies, but I didn't pass all my exams, so I had to retake some exams. And for that purpose, I needed to take a month of work, but that's something I couldn't do, and I couldn't financially afford it. And I called my father, and I heard him after. It was many years. My father wasn't there for me. And that one time I really, really, really needed help. So I called my father and he basically said, well, sorry, I'm not gonna help you. So I stopped in my third year and I have always regretted that decision because that meant that I started working odd jobs, which led me to the career that I have now. But I hate math and I do stuff like accountancy. I hate being on the phone all the time and I work in call centers, so there's something not adding up there. I think you would understand. So I was like looking around on the internet and then I saw that in Belgium apparently there's much demand for people who are doing, and I'm going to try to say it, pronounce it correctly, but I might fail. The studies that I'm going to do is called Ortho Pedagogy. Is that correct? Ortho Pedagogy graduate. So it won't be a bachelor, it won't be a master's, it will be a graduate, which means I will have less theoretical stuff. I will have to learn in the field and do volunteer in companies that help people. So that's what I will be doing. The studies itself, normally there are two tracks that you can follow. You can follow the slow track and then you do it over a period of 3 years, which I will be doing, to be honest, or you can do it in 2 years. I will be doing the slower track because I need to combine it with my large family, being a mother of 4 kids. Yes, thank you, Tammy. She's not ready yet. Slow down. Stop showing off. I love you. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, I know. So, anyways, that means that you have got 1 or sometimes 2 days of class. And then the rest of the day you have to do hours in volunteering, and that's the best way to learn. And it starts in September. So I will, first day I can enlist, I will enlist. I don't care, directly, but now there's no turning back because I told you all, guys, and I want to keep my word as much as I can. But yes, I'm so excited. I cannot express how happy I am that I've got this in the works. So the school is in Ghent, so that means that I will have to get up very early to get there. I will have to juggle around to find some way to be there for the kids as well, but I've got plenty of time to figure that out. Yeah, I still have to look for a job. I have to do some odd jobs for 5 or 6 months until school starts, so I'm looking for that. But now that I know that I can go do those studies, I'm like, I don't care. Give me anything. So I was granted permission. I'm really excited, super excited about that. And yeah, of course, it will be much to juggle. It will be a challenge. 4 kids, a household, and a husband that has got odd hours, or he has to be very flexible, and then going back to school, memorize things. Memorize things. Oh my god, my head. And yeah, finding a place where I can volunteer. So that's something that's always very stressful in the beginning, because yeah, you want to have a place where you can, something that really speaks to you. Well, because you can work with different types of minorities, but I would really enjoy working with, or with people with disabilities, or with young people, um, or ethnic minorities. So those are the type of minorities I would rather work with. Of course, if there's something else, I love people, so I don't really, yeah. Anyways, so that was so exciting. That was yesterday. And yeah, last week, so as I said before, my kids were at home. It was a holiday week, and Roman has had his 11th birthday. It was really funny and great, and I'm actually happy I pulled it off. I'm really, because it was a last minute decision, because Roman, he said like, yeah mom, I didn't think he would like, I of course boys always like to have parties, but because it was unclear with the Coco, if it was allowed to have lots of people over and everything. And then he said last minute, he said, yeah mom, I want to invite children of my class. I said, what? It's in a few days. What can I do? Panic mode. And then I said, okay, but you must know Roman has got 32 kids in his classroom. So I was a bit like, I'm so sorry, honey, but 32 kids, it's a bit much to have them all here in the house, because our house is big enough, but it's not as big as you would dream. It's not really like, our house is not a villa. It is, it was, it used to be a bungalow with only one bedroom, but then, okay, so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Suddenly my phone said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. You stop talking. I'm like, I was in the middle of a sentence, but I remembered what I was talking about, and now my phone doesn't want to stay. So yes, what I was talking about. So our house used to be a bungalow with only one bedroom. Then they built a story on top of it, which has got two bedrooms. So initially there were only three bedrooms, but then we had four kids, and it was like, this is gonna be difficult. So we renovated the attic. So we have got a big attic and a small attic. And when another family member came to live here, we built another. What is happening? My phone is playing tricks on me. So it said my memory is full, but my memory is not full at all. So I hope it will stay filming. If not, then you have only the part that I filmed up till now. So what I was saying, so another family member came to live here. That's why, because he went to home, that's why I've got this studio, but the room on top of it, so the bedroom, is also more like an attic. So actually we have 3 actual bedrooms, and then we've got 3 attic-like bedrooms. So that, with a house filled with 32 children, I was like, nah. Even though we have a big garden, but of course, as you know and all will experience yourselves, winter is still in the world. I don't care where you're from. Don't tell me you've got very hot weather. It could be, because in some parts of the world it's summer, but yeah, okay, sorry about that. I don't know what I'm saying. But it was too cold to be outside all the time, and so I got some stuff. No, first I have to tell you how it went. So I then had to find some invitations, because you cannot invite kids. You cannot just simply write like a little note. So I had to make some invitations so that it would look genuine and trustworthy for the parents, you know. And I didn't know what to do, and I said, okay, I will make them myself, but I didn't know how. So I got some of these little cards that you can color yourself, and I thought that's a fun thing. So I had some animals, so I said, okay, I will use these, and then we will put something on the back. So I just made a little note in Word, in Office, in MS Office, with a beautiful handwriting like thing, and I said, okay, are you free on the 2nd of March? And I tried to print out 12 of those pages, and I assure you, while printing them, I had a fit, because my printer was always swallowing my paper, and I had to pull it out, and it was a whole hot mess. I hate my printer. I need to get a new printer, but that process took me a while. So then I was really happy that I got 12 pages printed. And while I was cutting them out and putting them on those cards that I had, I noticed that I had the date wrong. And I was like, no, I don't want to print it out again, because then I might die of a heart attack. It's too much stress. I don't want this anymore. So I just put a little sticker on the date, and I changed the date. But what did I forget? I will let you guess. What did I forget to put down? Right, the address. So everyone was invited to a party on Wednesday, the 2nd of March. It was a Wednesday, yes? I don't know. Yeah. On Wednesday, the 2nd of March, for a party. Well, I didn't really mention the word party, because I said when they expect a party and it's like not really party-ish, then they might be disappointed. So I said, do you want to come play with me for my birthday? And from 2 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. But of course, and then I said, if you are coming, please message me on such and such. And of course, nobody knew where it was. So when I started to get messages like, okay, can you give me the address? I was like, oh my God, stupid. I forgot to mention the address. So I said, so yeah, that takes up some time, because you have to give the address to all the parents. And I felt really dumb. I felt so dumb, but anyways. Then we went to the toy store with Roman, and he could choose some Some gifts. He's totally into Pokemon cards now. Oh my god, that kid. All he ever wants to buy is Pokemon cards. So, I said, yeah, well, but you have to have some things to play with when the kids are here that you know what you want to do. But he said, okay, sus, mom, sus. That's his word now. Yeah, that's so sus. So he said, no, we're gonna play Among Us in real life. I said, oh my god. But I knew that that was maybe a little far-fetched, because how do you play Among Us in real life? They did for a part, but it was not easy. So I bought some glow-in-the-dark sticks, glow-in-the-dark balls, which are like these squishy balls, and it's the meaning of the game is that you are divided in teams, and that in the dark you try to hit someone else with the ball. Don't worry, those balls are really mushy and they cannot hurt you. They glow in the dark. It's really cool. But I thought, yeah, I have to have something. So, and I bought a little snake toy that they can fiddle with for every child that was coming. There were two were not coming, were not able to come. 10 of the kids eventually came. So I invited 12. And then we had 3 chocolate cakes. 3. Well, I said to my husband, he said, will it be enough to have 1 chocolate cake? And I said, nah, might not be enough. So he bought 3. And I had some of these special candles that when you blow them out, they light up again. And in the end, we had to take them off the cake and quickly put them in the sink, because they wouldn't go out, and it became scary and very smoky inside. But the kids had a wonderful time. So, and there was popcorn and chips and ice creams, and they went play in the garden, and they did some football, and then they found the water guns that I forgot to hide, and they started to shoot the water guns, and I was like, no, don't, please don't. It's too cold outside. They were, no problem. I don't mind. I will dry, Mom. I will dry, ma'am. Sorry, not Mom. Oh no, imagine having 32 kids. 12 kids. Well, 10 kids plus 4 of my own. So it was full house. And so yeah, I let them play, and then they found the bat, the baseball bat, and they started swinging and trying to hit the balls with the bat. And then I had to shout out again, like, be careful, don't hit each other, stay away from the one who has got the bat. And then they found a go-kart, so they were doing all kinds of tricks with the go-kart, and it was really funny to see. And in the end of the day, they were all hiding up in Marie's room. No, don't worry, it was nothing I can't find the word. Anyways, don't worry, it was just to play. So they made the room very dark, so that they could play with the balls and the glow sticks, and they were laughing. I swear to you, oh my god, it was so much fun to listen to those kids. So yeah, that was much fun. And now Roman is on a trip today with school, so not school, but his year. So he's in 5th grade, so they are on a trip today, and he was really excited and always in panic, like, is Daddy gonna wake up in time? Am I gonna be in time at the station? Because they went by train, and he was like, really, oh, I said, don't panic. I've read the letter for like 500 times. I'm sure you have to be in Denderleeuw. There's no problem. You have to be there at 8.5. You will be on time. No worries. Oh, the whole mess. 3822. I guess I did all the yellow. 3822. So now Berre is at home. We had to collect him. Well, I didn't, but my mother-in-law, she collected him from boarding school because he isn't feeling too well. He's got a sore throat and he feels like blah. So it might be like the flu or something. Yes, he did a self-test that was negative, but I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow with him because today the doctor is fully booked. And today there were like 3 places left. I was like, uh-oh, it's very busy there. Because you know what? In Belgium, we don't have to wear masks anymore. Only on the public transport. But I'm like, this might be the stupidest idea they have, because it's not because the numbers are going down that you can like, wow, celebrate. And they are talking about the summer of freedom. Well, I have my doubts about that. I hope it will be, because it has been enough is enough. Enough is enough. So where was I going with that? I don't know, but anyways, that's all the news I've got for you, I think. If anyone is, because I don't know if I explained what I'm going to do. I told you the name, so it's Ortho Pedagogy graduate, but it's actually studies where you are getting how do you call it? You get lessons in communication, social sciences or something, psychology, philosophy, communication, so that you can work with people especially with minorities, so like people with disabilities or ethnic minorities, to educate them, to help them in their life, in their work, in their free time. So yeah, that's really something that I would want to do. And so it's very, I know I'm old. I'm gonna be the odd one out in the class, I guess, because I'm 47 now. So you're never too old to learn, but that's the only scary part. I don't want to be in a classroom filled with only young people, because those are my equals, you know. Not that I want to be, oh no, I'm saying this totally wrong, but it's another thing to be like an educator for young kids than being in the same classroom with them. And I love to be around young people. I told you that already, but I'm so scared that they're gonna think like I'm the old woman who's not cool anymore and who's a boomer and everything. And that's the only thing I'm scared of. So I love young people. Oh, and maybe that's something weird to say also. Never mind. So those are the studies, and I'm totally excited. And now I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna sip, and then we're gonna take a look at sorry, my throat is getting dry. So I will put the plastic right back on. I put a sticker on there to know, and the sticker says, what says the sticker? The sticker says happy. Yeah, anyway, thank you. Thank you, telephone, for... So I put this back on to avoid all the fur of the cats. Gonna take this off the stand. Oh, Tommy, you're so sweet. He was feeding. See? That guy wasn't wrong. Oh, you're so sweet, Tommy. She's laying on there. Maybe I can show you. Hi, hi. Just on the lookout for you. Hey. Nah. So, I will put out the light pad so that you can see it more clearly. So I'm working on the mermaid of John William Waterhouse. This is what I have done so far. It's like the least interesting part, so the part with all the rocks. But I do like the way it looks. It looks really realistic. And now I'm here. Here are some more rocks. But I'm also starting the tail, and that's a part that I really, really like. So the mermaid itself. In the tail, I'm putting down some ABs because it's a fishtail, so to give it some spark, like a wet look. But that's where I'm at, and I doubt I will be finished in time. That's what we would say. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm super happy about the drills. I was really scared that for Dreamer Designs, this is the first custom that I'm doing, and I was scared that I would be unhappy about the gapping, as I sometimes am, but this one is really good. The drills are just perfect, and they're really shiny. There is some trash, but all that I will do in the review. But they are, and the fact that it's so much confetti, so confetti heavy. Well, this part at least. So yeah, I'm really happy. Really happy. There's not much gapping going on. Well, here and there, but not as it can be in other paintings. Of course, I still have to do the skin, so I will try my best to avoid gapping. But this has to be finished before the 31st of March, but I'm not in it to win anything, actually. I'm just in it to support and to know that I'm working on a project like this together with other people. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or you want to tell me something, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will put my details in the description. Of course, I've got a business account now, but I'm not really much on there. So the best thing is to message me on Instagram, because I use Instagram more often right now, and or email me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate if you would do so. You can do this by hitting that red button there, or you can just give me a thumbs up on your way out, or you can also hit the bell to get a notification every time I put up another video. So, hope to see you guys soon. There's an old master coming this week, so yes, stay tuned. Hope you have a glorious, fantastic day. Thank you so much. Bye!